Funding provided by
Musco Lighting is honored to support Iowa PBS. We're an Iowa company that lights local schools, community fields, and stadiums, arenas, and venues in more than 125 countries. While our reach is global, our commitment is local.
The Pella Roll Screen Foundation is a proud supporter of Iowa PBS. Pella Windows and Doors strives to better our communities and build a better tomorrow.
and by Fareway Meat and Grocery. For more than 80 years, Fareway has been proud to be an active part of the communities we serve. Learn more at fareway.com.
With our Iowa roots and Midwestern values, Farmers Mutual Hail is committed to offering innovative farm insurance for America's farmers, just as we have for 6 generations. Farmers Mutual Hail, America's crop insurance company.
Championship games continue in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Welcome back to the Rogers Sports Complex. We just saw Pleasant Valley capture the Class 5A crown, and we get ready to crank things up here in a Class 4A matchup between 2 conference rivals. Take a look at this. Carlisle, the 7 seed at 36-8, will battle the 4th seeded ADM Tigers at 31-9 on the season. And sitting behind home plate, she's Allie Kappert. I am Brad Wells. We just had a thriller of a game. 2 powerhouse offensive programs in the 5A field. Now, let's go conference rivalry here. These 2 teams split during the regular season, and they are the epitome of a conference rival.
And both these teams feel that they're underrated, per se. They are competitive at this 4A level. You talk about that conference. 3 of the 4 teams remaining in the semifinals yesterday are part of their own conference. North Polk actually won it during the regular season, followed up by ADM and Carlisle. Who are the 2 teams here for the championship? It's ADM and Carlisle.
And they play a lot of those really strong Des Moines schools. Let's take a look more at Carlisle. They have 9 seniors, 8 of them in the starting lineup. They're at state all the time.
They're a familiar face. 22nd trip to the state tournament under Coach Jim Flaws. Their catcher, Amber Doherty, and their pitcher, Addison Abel, the battery, returned from last year's state qualifying team.
Meanwhile, for the ADM Tigers, underneath head coach Lindsay Stanford, she says, we're on a revenge tour. Back to the state tournament time for the 4th straight time.
Able to knock out Fort Dodge, able to knock out North Polk yesterday. Sophomore Lauren Hagedorn has been an absolute ace for the Tigers so far this tournament. And Maddie James has 21 RBIs, and Kaylee Smith hitting .325 on the year.
All right, let's send it up top as Tim Fitzpatrick, our public address announcer, announcing the non-starters.
Number 32, Anaya Oates. Number 33, Frankie Neer. Number 43, Mira Heidemann. Number 45, Morgan Wilson. Number 50, Mallory Stutzman. And number 55, Marcella Krambeck. Your assistant coaches, Justin Flaws, Taylor Best, Jordan Flaws, Kennedy Preston, Jay Flaws, and Lauren McGriff. Now here's your starters for the Carlisle Wildcats. Leading off, playing right field, number 30, Allie Nolte. Batting second at second base, number 81, Eddie Eganor. Batting third, the designated player, number 46, Amber Doherty. Cleanup hitter for the Wildcats, the catcher, number 16, Delaney Thompson. Batting fifth, doing the pitching, number 37, Logan Brown. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 20, Kalia Friedman. Batting seventh, at shortstop, number 8, Natalie Ramsey. Batting eighth, in left field, number 42, Harley Brower. Batting in the 9th position, the center fielder, number 27, Evan Johnson Mears. And your flex player at first base, number 3, Addie Abel. Head coach for the Carlisle Wildcats, Jim Flaws. And now let's meet the home team, the ADM Tigers. Here are your non-starters. Number 4, Lauren Truster. Number 6, Addison Herrick. Number 9, Kennedy Stanford. Number 10, Kinsey Maxwell. Number 14, Peyton Taylor. Number 12, Finley Shaw. Number 17, Aubrey Noring. Number 23, Lexi Maxwell. Number 24, Peyton Herrick. Number 26, Reese Vandenord. Number 28, Elliot Von Roden. And number 30, McKenna Pitlick. Your assistant coaches, Britt Von Roden and Brooke Hickey. Now here's your starting lineup for the ADM Tigers. Leading off, playing and doing the pitching, number 11, Cameron Smith. Batting second at second base, number 2, Macy Person. Batting third, the designated player, number 8, Lauren Hagedorn. Batting cleanup at first base, number 27, Kaylee Smith. Batting fifth in left field, number 7, Maddie James. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, number 16, Ellis Smith. Batting seventh at third base, number 1, Olivia Wyant. Batting eighth in right field, number 13, Aaliyah Johnson. And batting in the ninth position, the center fielder, number 3, Aniston Talari. And your flex player doing the catching, number 5, Aubrey Winter. Head coach for the ADM Tigers, Lindsay Stanford. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the umpires for this 4A state championship game as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. At first base, Joe Havenhill. At third base, Jake Parker. And calling the balls and strikes this evening, Tom Berger. All right, who's ready to win a state championship?
We were scheduled to begin this Class 4A title game at 7:30. Well, we had 25 runs in that 5A championship game, and Allie, we're going to have a lot of action. ADM defensively will be busy. Maddie James in left. In center field, Talari, Aaliyah Johnson. In right field, Wyant. At third, Smith at shortstop. Macy Person at second. Kaylee Smith at first, Aubrey Winter behind the plate, and Cameron Smith in the circle for ADM. And let's take a look at number 11, Cameron Smith, the senior pitcher. 13-1 on the season, 2.88 earned run average coming in.
And actually in the circle here, it's Lauren Hagedorn. They wrote up the lineup just a little bit different there to give the opportunity. Either of them can pitch, but Hagedorn on the season has been lights out for ADM.
And there's a look at her numbers for Hagedorn. And ERA below 1 now, 236 strikeouts and 182 innings. As Hagedorn, the sophomore, will be facing this Carlisle lineup. It'll start with Nolte, Eganor, Doherty, Thompson, Brown, Freeman, Ramsey, Brower, and Johnson Mears, as you heard announced.
Coming off of a game of just absolute fireworks, we're going to see a different show in this game. I can tell you that right now. These two teams, very familiar foes, playing twice this year. They split the series. They rely on some small ball. They rely on good defense.
Nolte looks at a first pitch strike. And right away. No balls, 2 strikes from Lauren Hagedorn.
Throws with some velocity, unlike some velocity that we've seen at the state tournament so far. Hagedorn, a pitcher, has been clocked upwards of about 67 miles an hour, so can throw it very hard, and still just a young sophomore.
And you saw Allie Nolte after that foul ball jog down, touch first base, and come all the way back. That is a Carlisle Wildcats tradition that has been going on since the 1990s. There's a grounder right back up the middle. Hagedorn makes the flip, and ADM gets the first batter retired. There's a history to that jog down to first, Allie, where way back when there was a controversial play, a runner didn't run it out, and after the officials discussed a batter was out, it cost them something very big in their postseason plans. And so now, just in case something goofy would happen with what the players think is a foul ball, they run down to first. Head coach Jim Flaws in his 42nd year, he says, I give the girls the option every year. If you don't want to run down to first, we can stop doing it.
No one's going to break the tradition,
They don't want to break the tradition. No. You can't do that. Carlisle, 22nd state tournament appearance, 6th consecutive state tournament appearance.
And Hagedorn, I mean, she's just going straight fastball right now. She is painting the corners with the speed.
One ball, 2 strikes to Addison Hagedorn. Hagedorn, the senior, hitting .327. 2 RBIs, went 2 for 3 in the semifinals. Scored a run, had a sac bunt and a stolen base. There's the 2-2, and that one's fouled and hits Hagedorn in the batter's box. And an excellent example of a foul ball that sometimes you just don't know what the officials will rule. And if you never run to first, then even after discussion, the defense can make a throw.
Carlisle, as a team this year, only 10 home runs on the season. They're not a team that plays long softball. They're going to play base-to-base softball. That's their strategy. It's worked for them. They play in a competitive conference. Why not stick with it? The Raccoon River Conference, as we mentioned, 3 of the top 4 teams in the state are from that same conference.
There's a swing and a miss. Hagedorn gets her first punch out of the game, as she has racked up a load this season. Over 230 coming in the semifinals, 10 strikeouts in the quarterfinals, 4 strikeouts for Hagedorn. Quick math.
246.
Yeah.
That's some good math.
And counting now is
246, 247 right there. That is a phenomenal season in the circle. And only a sophomore. I know we've already mentioned that, but she still has 2 more years at ADM. And she works with some pace as well. She gets in the circle, she gets her foot on the mound, and she wants to go. When she has the momentum, she's going to work fast.
There's the 1-1. Just misses that outside corner at the knees. 2-1 to count. Carlisle, 36-8 on the season. Finished the regular season ranked 8th in Class 4A. Is the 7 seed here at the state tournament. ADM was ranked 5th in 4A. They were the 4 seed here at the state tournament. 5th time in the title game for ADM. They have never won a state title, seeking their first in school history. Carlisle, meanwhile, has 5 state championships. Their last in 2019. As the Wildcats 5-5 in championship games.
You're going to see Coach Jim Flaws throughout this game, just calm, cool, and collected. He has been here before. Coach Flaws, over 1,200 career wins as a head coach.
He's a retired teacher, says this is my only job. Good eye from Doherty. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Hagedorn now has gone twice to that off-speed drop. The floor just falls out underneath that pitch.
Coach Flaws over 1,000 career victories. Here's a base hit into left center field. That's a gapper. That will be extra bases for Doherty. A stand-up double.
Amber Doherty, just a huge hit there in the top of the first inning. Just her 6th double on the season. She slaps that thing out into left center. Picture perfect.
Doherty just a double machine.
Conference?
It's 2 for 2 in the quarterfinals. And quick conference from Coach Flaws to talk with Delaney Thompson
First pitch here.
and Doherty.
Go hit this thing. The way you were hitting it the last day and a half, go hit this first pitch when they're draining. I'm gonna give you a take. See it, hit it early. She's already thrown 17 pitches. We're gonna score a run. Let's go. What?
So Delaney Thompson, if it's good, she's swinging
No, I can't hear.
and ripping away at it. In the semifinals, Thompson 0 for 4. She was 0 for 3 in the quarterfinals. But sometimes you have a kid that's just due for a hit. We have a quick pause in the action. I heard some flash photography that's happening here at the ball field. And so I think they're asking for a public address announcer to get a message out to all the fans here.
Not as noticeable in the day games, but right now with the sun setting, it makes a difference. That's the last thing you want if you're a catcher or an outfielder, is a flash right in your eyes as you're trying to make a play.
Well, Allie, it was 3:34 o'clock, and there was a photographer that had a mounted light, and you looked around as if there was lightning again, because yesterday there was lightning delay at 10 a.m. And so now we feel like we're ready to go, as Tom Berger says, let's do this. There we go, no flash photography back here, we promise. Little flare to the first baseman for out number 3. So a 2-out double from Doherty. No runs for Carlisle here in the top of the first.
Okay. Yep. The batter that was up, that just hit it to Kaylee. Okay. Hey, lock it in. Okay. We already know it's able. Okay. Stay off the junk. Looking for strikes. Attack it all the way through. Let's go. Strike hard. Strike first.
Head coach Lindsay Stanford in year number 6. Let's take a look now at the defense for the Carlisle Wildcats. Brower, Johnson, Mears, Nolte in the outfield. Infield, left to right, Freeman at third, Ramsey at short, Eganor, and Brown on the right side. Addison Abel will be your pitcher of record. Behind the dish is Doherty. And Addison Abel, a senior, 15-6 on the season. And so they have 3 different pitchers that they will use and rotate. And Coach Flaws loves to mix up the lineup card. He once in a while will bring in Logan Brown to pitch for the final out of an inning if she's due up, and then he can bring in a courtesy runner and save that runner potentially as a pinch runner later. So a lot of mixing up of the cards, including on the lineup sheet that he hands in. He officially listed Logan Brown, the first baseman, as the pitcher, Addie Abel as the flex player. And so he enters the flex player.
To some of these coaches, it almost feels like the lineup card is a game of chess.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's what can I do to put all my players in the best position.
So ADM Cameron Smith Will be the leadoff batter, the senior second baseman. Hitting .309, had an RBI double in the semifinals in the 6th inning. That was part of a 7-2 win over North Polk. Swings and misses at that pitch from Abel.
And Abel, in her motion, a lot of pitchers, you'll see her throwing hand go straight back, then drive forward. In her load to her pitch, she actually drives her hand out. That's very rare to see. Can throw some hitters off, especially pitchers who watch the entire windup.
And you heard Coach Stanford say, we know she's going to throw some junk, and sometimes you're working different grips and spins. You're going to get a pitch that's not even going to come close.
And as a pitcher, you laugh it off, you move on. She's still ahead in the count, so no harm, no foul there.
No balls, 2 strikes. That's when you bring out the junk. There's a grounder right side at the feet of Eganor. And the leadoff runner is aboard for ADM. Cameron Smith gets the party started.
A very hard hit ball there. That's a tough ball for Eganor to play. You know she wants that one back. She was moving her feet before she had the ball.
That will go down as E4 on that play. And Macy Person, a sophomore DP, known for sacrifices, and this pitch gets away from Doherty, the catcher, and taking second base is Smith on a wild pitch.
It'll be interesting here now. The job is already done. The job of the sacrifice bunt is done. Does ADM stick with that, trying to get the runner to third? Or do they have Person now swinging away?
Wild pitch allows the base. Person still squares to bunt, pulls back, 2 balls, no strikes.
And we knew small ball was going to be a factor in this game. It puts the pressure on the defense. You have to be clean defensively when the offensive team is playing small ball.
The other thing both of these teams will do when running the bases, they will try and take advantage of any hesitation or misplay of any ball. They'll be aggressive, and especially Carlisle is known for that when they're on the offensive end. But
it just feels like the Raccoon River Conference is so scrappy. I think that's truly the best way to put it. Is just they play scrappy softball.
Person pulls back, 3 balls, no strikes. So now Abel's going to have to come with something, or she will give a free pass here. How about this? ADM was second in the conference. Carlisle third in the conference standings. Bunt attempt rolls foul for strike 1. And so Macy Person
a tough out, only 9 strikeouts on the season coming into the state tournament.
pulls back, draws the walk. And the first 2 batters are aboard for ADM. Smith at second, Person at first.
Coach Jim Flaws here calling timeout, gonna have a conversation with his pitcher. You said it, Carlisle has several pitchers in that lineup.
In your sleep, unless you can't do it, Logan's coming in. You want her to come in right now? I'm making a change right now. Logan, a switch. Let's go. I'm making a change.
So 2 batters, and Coach Flaws is going to make that change.
Yep, 1 and 3 going back. Got it.
And since both players are out on the field, it's just going to be a simple switch of positions there. So both players are going to stay out, and it's a matter now. I mean, if he feels Abel needs to come back in, they have that ability with both of them out there.
Pitcher in first base going back to where they started.
That coach is laughing at you guys right now. Dig in right here. Let's go. So a little bit of...
So, Allie, that's part of that conference rivalry where, right? The players know the players and the coaches. Everybody's familiar with everybody, and you know there can be a little something personal to get your motor's fired up. So Addie Abel will slide over to first base. Logan Brown.
Sometimes it feels between these two teams, no love lost.
Logan Brown will lead off in the top of the second inning. Lauren Hagedorn, the Tigers pitcher.
Hagedorn yesterday, 3-0 count, takes a monster swing. Sent it over the center field wall. That was ADM's first run against North Polk.
A solo shot. She drew a walk in that semifinals as well. It's 2 for 2 in the quarterfinals. I believe she's 3 for 3 at the state tournament thus far. I have her as officially 1 for 1. Oh, a laser to third, steps on the bag, and the throw to second is not in time, but they still have a force play at second.
First to third, first to second.
They might actually get a. They might actually get a.
That should just be a double play. That runner is going to get first base. Hagedorn's going to get first base because she turned to the right, did not try and advance.
Macy Person there. I'm not quite sure. She had to go. You can't stay at first base.
She had to, yeah.
I mean,
she must have thought it was a line drive because you saw Smith kind of hesitate. She didn't want to run into a tag.
Okay, she turned around. I think she thought she was out.
Okay.
So, did we have a tag?
Before she got to the base?
We did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Do we have a third out, you think, there?
We do.
Do we have, anything else?
No, we have a triple play.
Yeah, got it.
Everybody agree?
Yep.
All right, yep.
So they're going even with the triple play here. I'm not sure that Hagedorn made any kind of a movement towards second base. Coach Stanford is asking about it.
Check with him to see.
Okay, I didn't have her. She peeled off that way.
I mean,
I think we'll go back. I think we'll have 2 outs here. They're going to have another discussion.
Yeah, I mean,
here's the best. She's on the other side of the
Hagedorn's
coach's box.
Yeah, Hagedorn's
She
on the
never
other
took
side of the
off.
coach.
That tag should not be an out. Number 2 Person started the play.
I mean, she's
on
in foul.
second, but she's not trying to advance to second base.
She's in foul territory there.
It doesn't matter. She was standing out there after the play was over, so there's no overthrow. So.
Okay, thank you. Hey,
Oh, because it was an
Here
overthrow. Catching just the tail end of that. All right, rack it up. Triple play.
How about that
To
for a
end
momentum
the
shift?
first inning. The first 2 runners aboard.
What really felt like ADM had something going there turns into a triple play to end the first inning.
That was interesting. So the overthrow made it so that that runner had to get to the base. And I saw the replay there, and so we lead things off with Logan Brown. Comes into the circle, does her job, pitches to one batter, gets the triple play. And now Hagedorn throws the rosin bag over. Not sure if that was Abel's or Brown's, but Logan Brown will step in to lead off the second inning. All right.
Already an eventful game. No runs yet, only 1 hit so far, but a ton to talk about in that first inning. You never know how the players are going to react after a controversial play like that. Hagedorn keeping her composure in this circle, bounces right back, attacking Logan Brown. Works ahead 1 and 2.
Logan Brown hitting .336 on the season. Was 2 for 3 yesterday. Grounder up the middle. That gets into center field. Carlisle, a leadoff single right after the triple play. That's your momentum swinger on the defensive end.
You'll see on the replay here, she takes that low pitch, keeps it down the extension point low, able to get herself on base.
In to run, Olivia Freeman. So the Freeman sisters going to work here in the second inning. On her way down to second, stolen base for Olivia.
Strike one,
54 stolen bases, best on the team.
And a really cool moment here for the Freeman family. Olivia, on second base. Clea's up to bat, and their mom on the state championship team 30 years ago.
1994, a state title for Carlisle. Mom Michelle Erb, back in '94, was the third baseman on that team. Looking for some 30-year magic. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Kalia Freeman. Popped left side, tough play, and lands in foul territory. Long run by Ella Smith, the sophomore. Just could not get to it in time. So once again, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Freeman.
And Clea Freeman, a source of power for this Carlisle offense. Runner in scoring position, huge opportunity here in the top of the second.
The jog down to first for Kalia Freeman and Olivia Freeman. Kind of a full circle moment. They're like, so it was our Aunt Candy. She's actually the reason why we have to run all these extra bases. That one gets away from Winter. And down to third goes Olivia Freeman. Two and two the count. Swing and a miss, no throw needed, but made anyways.
And a big first out there for Hagedorn in this circle. Right now needs a ground ball or another strikeout. Keep the damage to 0.
Natalie Ramsey, the batter, lays one down, and foul ball is called. Carlisle, all excited, thought they scored a run as Freeman dove in safely with the ball rolling away. Tom Berger says foul ball as it just got beyond the chalk line.
And you'll see the replay here. That was exactly the correct call. Roll straight foul. Would have been a very close play at the plate.
Excellent call. You get to the state tournament, you get the best of the best in the state of Iowa in terms of officials. And this is chopped.
Now
straight
ahead,
back.
0-2. What a change of events there. You almost have the squeeze play to get the runner in. It goes foul, and a foul ball there. 0-2 count. Now for Natalie Ramsey.
Hagedorn misses inside and low. Ramsey, the junior shortstop for Carlisle. Here's the 1-2. It's grounded to short. The throw goes to first. Carlisle strikes first.
Aaliyah Freeman for Carlisle shows the wheels all the way around the bases to score the first run. And Natalie Ramsey, the hit up the middle. Sacrifice.
Just a slow enough roller to let Freeman take off.
And a really good decision by Smith to go first on that one.
And Harley Brower tried to pull the bat back, and it's a foul ball off the knob of the bat. Coach Flaw is asking if it hit her in the wrist.
I had it right on it. I was right on it. We have strike one. Oh, good.
The ball mark's right on her wrist, sir. If I gotta have an appeal, ball mark's right on her wrist. She had a bruise on it.
I hit it off the knob.
What, you can't get help? You're
I don't need help on that one.
But you're behind
I don't need help. I had it all the way.
But Tom, I'm just telling you,
I had
she
it all the way.
got hit right here. She has a mark on it. You couldn't even ask
I
somebody.
had it. No, I had it all the way.
I don't understand what was that.
There's no reason to ask.
Why?
So no balls, 1 strike. There's a little replay of it. A line drive right to shortstop will end it here. But a run is in for Carlisle. A leadoff single by Logan Brown. Olivia Freeman racing around the bases to put Carlisle up 1-0.
And the sparks are flying so far in this game. Only a 1-0 ball game. ADM looking for a little bit of redemption here.
And actually, yeah, that's all we had.
Okay.
And the courtesy. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Get a run. Way to get a run.
So there is Lindsay Stanford in her 6th year of coaching, 4th year with the ADM Tigers.
Really?
Got her 100th win at ADM this year. Record at her current school, 110 and 41, 112 wins now that they've won a couple here at the state tournament. For ADM, semifinal win over North Polk and a 2-0 win over Fort Dodge. As North Polk, the #1 overall seed, 37-4. And they fell to North Scott in the 3rd place game, which had already wrapped up before the 5A championship game had finished up. They stagger them. Usually they're going on at the same time a little bit, but
That 5A championship, a marathon of a game, but
yeah,
it was fun. This ADM team going 4-5-6 here in the top of the second, excuse me, top of the first. They were able to get some base runners on, and once again starting the second with base runners on.
Kaylee Smith, a leadoff single in the second here for the Tigers. So both teams get their leadoff batter aboard here in the 2nd inning. For ADM, the leadoff batter was aboard, well, their first 2 were aboard in the 1st inning before a triple play.
Aubrey Noring at first running, one of several 8th graders on this roster for ADM. Overall, a very young team. When you compare these teams side by side, Carlisle completely loaded with seniors. ADM, it's a pretty fair mix. I mentioned Hagedorn in the circle, just a sophomore, several 8th graders and freshmen as well. So 5 seniors on the ADM team. No team, though, with as many seniors as Carlisle.
Carlisle with a huge group, 8 starters, 9 seniors. Most of them have all been playing together since about 2nd grade. Snap throw back to first, not in time. Back safely is Noring. Abel, the starting pitcher there at first base defensively for Carlisle, faced 2 batters and then was pulled. First batter reached on an error, not really Abel's fault, but the next batter, she walked, and Coach Flaws didn't like, I don't know, the mood from the pitcher circle, maybe?
Sometimes there's a vibe.
Something, yeah, a vibe would be. Addie James here hitting for ADM. James, junior left fielder, 1 for 4 yesterday in the semis. He's been to state for volleyball, track and field, and softball. Grounder
There's
left
a base
side,
hit.
another base hit. First 2 batters in the second, a single to left.
And Coach Flaws, once again, 2 runners on, is going to come out and have a conversation with his pitcher.
And they're bringing in
First base here,
Allie Stoner, the sophomore.
Get ready to go. We got no outs. Two in for 3.
And another new
Allie,
pitcher.
we are heading to our 6th batter that Carlisle's defense will be facing, and we're seeing our 3rd pitcher.
Got to keep them on their toes,
here.
I guess.
So Allie Stoner, a sophomore.
And that one, so Logan Brown's going to go back to first base. Addison Abel's actually going to be the one to come out of the game in this substitution. So not a straight substitution there. A little bit of movement in positions to make this happen.
And so Coach Flaws now in a championship game. He's going to really have to maneuver his lineup.
And remember, last inning, 2 runners on, no outs. What happened? A triple play. So
Yeah.
I guess if it worked out last inning, we'll see how it plays out this inning. But so far, he's looked like a genius in his pitching change.
Noring at second, Maddie James at first, Ellis Smith, the shortstop. Shows bunt, unable to put it down. Smith, the sophomore, 1 for 3 in the quarterfinals, had an RBI. In the semifinals, 1 for 3, scored 2 runs, had a 7th inning hit, and also has laid down a sacrifice bunt. Nobody out here in the second. Swing and a miss.
And Stoner there just paints the inside corner, gets some movement on that ball to catch Ellis Smith off guard. Stoner ahead 0-2.
Here's the 0-2, and a base hit into left field. It gets by Brower in left. ADM scores 1. Coming around third, James will score. 2 runs driven in here in the second inning by Smith.
Ellis Smith absolutely squares that ball up, and this crowd is going nuts. Both of these teams today have brought a student sections with them. It is only the second inning, and it is loud out here.
So the first 3 batters here in the second inning, all with base hits. Kaylee Smith, Maddie James with singles, Ellis Smith with a 2 RBI double. And Olivia Wyant is now the batter. Wyant, the third baseman, is a senior, hitting .230 on the season, 11 sacrifices herself. She has 18 RBIs on the year. She will study at Iowa State. There's a bunt left side and rolls foul. Head back and do it again. That's simply strike 1.
And ADM so far has struggled to get that bunt down in fair play. No outs here. You're looking for a straight sacrifice bunt out of your hitter.
Wyatt
And once
tries
again
to bunt again. How about this, Allie? That first inning when they had 2 runners on and nobody out, that then ended with all 3 outs being completed in Hagedorn's at bat. No hits. Here in the second, 3 hits, 2 runs. For Carlisle, they had 2 hits spread over 2 different innings. So the top of the second, just 1 hit as they scored a run.
ADM offensively right now feels like they have a good thing going.
Pop fly, this one might get to the stands. Possibly Doherty will make a play. She does make a play.
Great play.
A job by Amber Doherty to track that pop fly.
That was the first contact by ADM that wasn't solid contact. Through 7 hitters, very, very impressive. 1 walk and then 6 solid contact hits by ADM so far. So a huge out for Carlisle.
Aaliyah Johnson now the batter. The right fielder is a senior. She will head to Simpson, plans to wrestle and study health and exercise science. 2 RBIs in the semifinals. Yesterday, a first-year starter for ADM. Here's the 0-1. This is grounded right back to Stoner. The throw over to first is in time. Stoner thought it was out number 3. She'll head back to the circle. 2 down. Smith advances to third on the play.
The job is done in that at bat, though. You advance the runner with 2 outs. Now Aniston Talari up to her, trying to knock the run in.
Aniston Talari. An opportunity to push in another run for ADM. Stoner misses up high. Talari, a junior. She hits 300 on the season. She has 30 hits on the year. That's like 4th most on this team. Here's a chop right side, popped up in, and foul territory will fall down. And Talari with new life.
Also in the 9th spot, has a home run on the season as well. Able to hit with some power in the bottom of the order. And when she gets on, definitely a threat to steal bases.
7 doubles. Leads the team in stolen bases, 8 on the season. There's the 1-1, a base hit into right center. ADM adds another run. 3 cross the plate here in the second inning.
ADM squaring the ball up against all 3 Carlisle pitchers so far. That one a no-doubter over the second baseman. And Talari gets it started again.
You see the student section up top above that third base dugout pumped up. Talari at first. Smith scores. And now Ellis Smith's sister, Cameron Smith, to the plate.
There are 3 Smiths in the starting lineup.
Families that play softball together, Allie, they stay together.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Top of the order, Cameron, a bullet of a grounder, her first at bat that went right to Eganor, the second baseman. She reached safely as it hit Eganor in the shoes and rolled behind second base.
And Stoner throwing with a lot of velocity. Smith just slightly behind it on that second pitch.
Here's the 0-2, just missing. This is foul, third base side.
Timed that one up much better, out ahead of it actually. So seeing some pitches in this at bat. The 1-2 count. Cameron Smith, huge hit yesterday.
Of the Smith sisters, too. Their older sister, Aniston, was in the 2018 championship game for ADM. That runner-up honors in 4A. Heading down to second. Kind of looked like Talari was taken off right from the pitch. So stolen base for Talari as it gets away from the catcher, Doherty.
Got your square.
2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Second inning.
2 balls, 2 strikes here.
A 2-run lead for ADM. There's the 2-2 to Smith. And misses up. Count runs full. There's the full count pitch. And that one is fielded by Stoner. The throw to first is in time. Carlisle ends the second inning, but ADM 3 runs here in the second.
Stoner able to jam her on that pitch. Huge out to get out of that inning.
5 at bats left, 6 at bats, whatever it is. We got to take advantage like they did. They got people in scoring position. We get people in scoring position to score. We scored 1. We can get more off this girl. You got to believe in it and don't give up yet. Let's keep going. Team 1, 2, 3.
Team.
Let's go.
All right, Carlisle trying to get the bats rolling, and what they are facing in ADM and Lauren Hagedorn, the sophomore. Let's go slow motion on Lauren Hagedorn.
Hagedorn throws with a ton of velocity. You'll see her stride out there, gets that upward movement. Only a sophomore, because of that velocity, able to locate the ball. She's getting some looks from college coaches already. She does really, really well in the circle for ADM.
And that is Lauren Hagedorn at 180 frames per second. Slinging them in here in this 5A championship game. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament for a championship game. Carlisle, the 7 seed when the week started. ADM, the 4 seed. And now these two conference rivals are both 2-0 here with the state tournament. And only one will go 3-0 and be named our 4A champions. 9-1-2. Evan Johnson-Mears leads things off. Her first at bat of this game. 1-1 now the count. Excuse me, 2-1. For Mears, hitting .256 on the season. She was 2 for 3 yesterday in the semifinals and 2 for 3 in the quarterfinals as well. 19 stolen bases on the year.
And Hagedorn here checking on her count. It is a 3-1 count. Doesn't want to get the first runner on. They're 9-1-2 right now.
And able to push the count to a full count.
Full count here. We have 3-2.
And ball 4, it is a base on balls for Johnson-Mears, and that brings us to the top of the order, Allie Nolte. She steps in.
And Nolte in her first at bat had the ground out right back to Hagedorn. In this circle, ADM right now is thinking double play opportunity. Keep it in the infield.
Johnson-Mears on her way to second, underneath it, and safe. Another stolen base, over 20 on the year for Johnson-Mears.
Carlisle, a team historically just very aggressive on the base pass. If they see a stolen base opportunity, they're going to take it.
So Johnson-Mears at second now for Nolte. And Nolte gets new life. Kaylee Smith, the first baseman, unable to come up with that tough catch in foul territory. Nobody out here. Oh, a deep high fly ball, way foul. Home run distance for Nolte.
And that right there is a prime example. Hagedorn's going to provide you the power. If you can time it up and get through the middle of the ball, you're going to get some distance on your hit. So good example from Allie Nolte.
Nolte with a team best 5 home runs on the season. Goes down on strikes. Strike him out, throw him out. A double play for ADM defensively.
We talk about how Carlisle is so aggressive on the bases, and right there, too aggressive. The striker out, thrower out. Hagedorn coming in with the rise ball. The throw down to third. The Carlisle runner tries to slide around it, unable to do so.
So Addison Eganor now the batter with 2 down here in the third. Couple of fancy defensive plays from both teams now already. It was a tough slide to get the tag down too. Johnson Mears almost looked like she was sliding around the tag.
Yeah, she tried to, and she almost got it.
Olivia Wyant, yeah, did just an excellent job. I think got her right before she got to the base. Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hagedorn once again working ahead in the count. It feels like she's in total control. These Carlisle hitters, obviously they've seen her this season. They're getting the bat on the ball. She's not letting it affect her though. She's staying with her game plan. That's exactly what she needs to stick with here.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Lauren Hagedorn. And ADM defensively catching Johnson Mears stealing, and 2 strikeouts there in the third. Let's listen in.
Go to work.
The message from Lindsay Stanford there, pretty simple. Go to work, score some more runs.
All right, for ADM, they will dig back in, and we've seen 3 pitchers already for Carlisle, so we've got one of those 3 pitchers, Allie.
And we've seen 3 different types of pitching.
Allie Stoner currently your pitcher of record. Who are they throwing at us here?
It's going to be Stoner. And Stoner, of the 3 throws with a little bit more velocity, has been painting the outside corner with her pitches, just a long windup, long motion through the zone.
Never noticed a little bit of a Jordan tongue coming out on the on each pitch as well.
Oh yeah.
I like it. So Mally Stoner, the sophomore. Again, 11-1 is her record on the season, and ADM comes to the plate. 2-3-4 in the order. It's number 2, Macy Person, to lead things off. Her first at bat, a ground out. Or excuse me, a walk in her first at bat. And was part of the mixed up double play back in the first inning, or triple play.
You know, I've called softball for a few years now. I don't know if I've ever called a triple play until today.
Lauren Hagedorn was the batter. It was grounded to the third baseman. Kalia Freeman stepped on third, got the force out to retire Cameron Smith. Threw it over to first to try and get Hagedorn. Here's a base hit up the middle. Ramsey got a glove on it, but it'll be a leadoff single for Macy Person.
That would have been a heck of a play by Ramsey. She almost was able to get her glove all the way through it. Instead, it's another leadoff runner for ADM. 3 innings, 3 leadoff runners.
They are locked in offensively. The second inning, that leadoff single resulted in a 3-run, 4-hit inning for the Tigers. And here's another base hit. This one's out to right center. Will roll all the way to the fence. Person over to third. Is she going to go home? She is. Scores from first. A triple for Hagedorn.
Lauren Hagedorn is having herself a tournament for the ADM Tigers. That ball, the center fielder was pinched towards left center. She goes right center with it, and that ball just stuck under the Central College sign.
For courtesy for the pitcher, you said? Okay.
Excuse me, the mercy sign. See, that ball actually gets stuck underneath there. No ricochet. Turns it into a triple.
For courtesy.
And that's number 4 in to be courtesy runner for ADM. Lauren Troster.
That's got to be your decision. Okay?
Yep.
Kaylee Smith, a single in the second inning. We've seen a lot of small balls so far. Absolutely no idea what we'll see here. Carlisle defense playing inside the base path.
Single and a triple. Kaylee Smith looking for more here in the third. Two balls, no strikes now. For Smith, facing Stoner for the first time tonight.
Big swing. And I like the approach there. You have a 2-0 count. Take the big swing at a pitch you like. You're still ahead in the count now with a runner on third and no outs.
Smith hit one off the right field fence yesterday in the semifinal win over North Polk. Looks at strike 2. 2-2 now the count.
ADM trying to capitalize, score some more runs. The 3-run lead against Carlisle is not very comfortable. Both their matchups this season were 1-run ball games.
Smith fouls that one away. What Coach Stanford says Kaylee Smith brings the most to this team is her maturity. She's been on the field a ton. Was in the outfield when she was a freshman, moved to first base, but really had to work at it and just steadily works, no matter if it's learning a new position, trying to get better as a hitter. Just really shows that maturity. Here's a pop fly left field, tailing foul, giving chases Brower, and it falls in foul territory.
And as a coach, you just know who your athletes are. You have a young player who starts as an outfielder. The ability for that athlete to transition into an infield position, that's tough. I mean, it's completely different approach playing first base compared to the outfield.
Two balls, 2 strikes to count. The count runs full, missing upstairs. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up.
And another conversation from Coach Flaws.
Let's listen
Slow
in.
down. Slow yourself down. You control the tempo of the game right here. Are you okay? You want to stay in? Okay. We are going to go Arizona right here. If it comes to this side, we're going to fake the throw and we'll get this girl out right here.
Only that side?
Huh? Only that side. Pitcher, you or you or you. Okay? What's the matter? You look at me like...
Arizona?
Or excuse me, not Arizona. Lee. Sorry, Lee. where you look at the runner, fake, and then come back and get her.
Okay.
Because she's going to try and score.
Okay, sorry. I was
Lead.
like, you want me playing up still?
Yep. We're still going to check the runner and go here.
So if we come back and she's going through the
Check the runner, fake the throw like we do in practice. Yeah. Team, 1, 2, 3.
A little bit of confusion in there.
Yep. It's good they ask questions, though.
Yep.
Make sure they get things squared away. So it sounds like grounder to third. They might check the runner and then fake the throw and then try and go back at the runner.
That's the plan. Typically, that's something that you see on a bump play. I don't know if they're expecting Smith hit opposite field here against the left-handed hitter.
There's a high fly ball. It's going to go behind the backstop. We'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mally Stoner in the circle, the 3rd Carlisle pitcher we've seen. She came in the 2nd inning after back-to-back singles. Here's a pop fly to left field, back to tag up. The catch is made, the throw to home is not in time. Troster beat the throw, scores a run, and a sac fly for Kaylee Smith.
Perfectly executed by ADM. Troster standing on third base, just staring at Coach Lindsay Stanford, waiting for her green light. As soon as she gets it, she is off to the races.
So 2 runs in here in the 3rd inning, and Maddie James comes to the plate. A single through the left side of the infield in her first at-bat. An inning ago, she would score a run. This is straight up the middle, off the leg of Stoner. The throw to first is just in time and gets Jones.
Maddie James hit that ball.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Maddie James hit that ball very hard. Appears Stoner's okay in the circle. She waves off Coach and says she's good, but another hard hit ball for these ADM Tigers.
If you like to keep book, Allie, 1-4-3 is how you can mark that put out, catching the leg of Stoner.
Yet the 5-3 earlier was a triple play.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how you get them.
Outs are outs, and Ellis Smith now the batter. She drove in 2 runs her first at bat. This is fielded by Freeman. The throw across the diamond just in time. Nice scoop at first by Logan Brown. And there's the final out of ADM's at bat in the 3rd. 2 runs are in. Hagedorn, an RBI triple. Kaylee Smith, the sac fly for a run. It's 5-1 ADM. More of this 4A championship game when we return.
On the next Road Trip Iowa, we're traveling the Iowa Valley Scenic Byway. We'll explore a rich cultural tapestry, from the Meskwaki settlement to the Amana colonies.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
With stops at the hidden gems along the way.
Saturday morning at 9 on Iowa PBS.
The Iowa State Fair is the biggest thing in Iowa.
Explore the history of Iowa's grand tradition.
60,000 Iowans can't be wrong.
From its earliest days to the statewide celebration of today.
People have put their heart and soul to make it the best state fair in the country.
On top of all that, it's just fun. It really is.
Join us for Our Great State Fair.
Monday at 9 p.m.
ADM, 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd, pushes their lead up to 4. Carlisle, a run in the 2nd inning. They will swing away here in the 4th. Amber Doherty leads things off in the circle for the ADM Tigers. Lauren Hagedorn, the sophomore, has looked excellent. Just 2 hits allowed, 4 strikeouts thus far for Hagedorn.
2 of those back-to-back to end the 3rd inning. So Hagedorn is throwing fire right now for the Tigers.
Now Doherty, a double in her first at-bat in the 1st inning. She would be stranded at second base. And held on that pitch upstairs. 2-1 the count. This is a grounder that's fielded cleanly by Hagedorn. The throw to first is in time.
That's a big first out for ADM. It was Doherty, her first at bat. She drove a slap into the left center field fence.
Doherty will play softball at Iowa Western next season. Now coming to the plate, Delaney Thompson, the senior. She hits .357. Has 40 hits on the season. It's tied for 3rd most on the team, but looking for her first hit of the state tournament here in 2024.
An off speed by Hagedorn. She's doing a really nice job right now mixing up those pitches. She's a pitcher that is very reliant on her velocity, but she's doing a good job mixing in the off speed to keep these hitters on their heels.
Right at the knees there. Thompson didn't want anything to do with it. Now steps in. Down 1-2. Swing and miss. Unable to catch it is Winter. So Thompson back for another. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. That's chopped foul. The jog down to first. Started back in the 90s.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's the 30th anniversary of Carlisle's first state championship.
Tell you
title.
what, on some of these, on 2 of the last 3 foul balls, it's kind of been hard to tell with the runner running.
1-2.
Is it a drop third strike or a foul ball?
You're on every pitch. The way we're going to get back in this thing is you take charge here and hit a ball for us somewhere. We need a little something going here. Good luck to you.
1 ball, 2 strikes there.
Such a calm demeanor, just instill some confidence in a kid and let him go.
Yeah.
Coach,
you got this.
Coach Flaw's 39 years here at Carlisle, 42 years as head coach. And I asked him, I said, so Coach, how long do you keep doing it? He says, as long as I can motivate and relate to these kids, I'll keep coaching. Now, he can motivate them for sure. Now, I asked him, I said, Coach, I have teenage daughters. How do you relate to teenage girls? He says, you got to listen to what they're listening to. You got to like some of what they like. And you put a little confidence in them like that. And Thompson is aboard. A rocket 1-hopper to short. Turns into a 1-out base runner for the Wildcats.
And that one is ruled a single for Carlisle. That was a hard hit ball. Very hard hit ball right at the shortstop.
Ella Smith was there, but just a short hop.
For 16. Right there.
And so 28 is coming in for
16,
so that is Chloe Rolling. Thompson. And I'm not sure, I believe Thompson was officially listed as a catcher. So if this is technically a courtesy runner or a pinch runner, I'm not sure. This might be part of that lineup magic, because Thompson was initially listed as the catcher, so she is a courtesy runner here in the 4th.
Logan Brown now looking for her 2nd hit of the game. This heart of the Carlisle lineup definitely has the ability to get Carlisle back in this game.
Logan Brown, a grounder up into center field in her first at-bat, and was replaced by Olivia Freeman, the courtesy runner, who zipped around the bases. Here's the 0-2, grounder left side. It's scooped that short by Smith. The throw across the diamond, not in time. I'm guessing that'll be an infield single as well. A deep hole grounder by Logan Brown, and she's 2 for 2.
And Ellis Smith at shortstop.
All right, what do we have here?
Look how deep she goes.
Yep.
Almost able to get the out at first. It would have been very close.
25 running for 37. 25 right here. Got it. Yep, thanks. 25 for 37.
So pinch runner here. So 25 is Claire Benson. She'll come in as a pinch runner. So Rolling is at 2nd. The courtesy runner running for Thompson. And Benson here in the 4th. A pinch runner for Brown.
And Freeman actually lined up right-handed for that first pitch to show bunt. More or less, that's just to be a distraction, try to move the runner over to third base.
Solid base hit into right center field. It gets to the wall. 1 run will score for Carlisle. They're sending a second. She'll score without a throw. As the relay was bobbled, 2 runs batted in by Kalia Freeman.
Kalia Freeman there showing she's definitely left-handed, driving that ball out to right center. And Carlisle's right back in this game. That right center field area has been busy.
Two RBI double by Freeman. She stands at 2nd. Natalie Ramsey to the plate. Strike at the knees. Well, Allie, the rubber match in both of our championship games tonight.
Living up to the hype.
1-run games when these two teams met earlier this season. The road team victorious in both of those matchups. As Carlisle got the win on June 6th by a score of 2-1. And ADM got the win June 27th by a score of 3-2. I believe both those games are 8-inning contests. Now, we've spoke some things into existence in the 5A games in terms of record number of hits, runs scored. They had 25 runs scored, an all-time title game record at the Iowa High School State Tournament. That one gets away, and Freeman advances down to 3rd.
And something we really haven't seen a ton of yet, which shocks me, is the small game from either team. ADM's attempted a couple bunts. Carlisle attempted 1 squeeze play. So far, though, not a ton of small ball played between these two teams.
This is a grounder right side. Making the flip over to first to get the out is Hagedorn. And so it gets the job done as it drives a run across the plate. And so there's 2 away now. Harley Brower steps in. Line drive to shortstop in her first at bat was caught by Smith. runs here for Carlisle. Makes it a 1-run game. Right on the edge. No balls, 2 strikes.
Hagedorn working fast.
Allie.
Very talented pitching in this game, but I mean, these two teams are so familiar with each other.
He talked about Carlisle typically a lot of sacrifices. There were 4 sack bunts yesterday. Do you think because these teams maybe are so familiar with each other that they just have to try and put it in play because they know who's likely to bunt? There's a strikeout for Hagedorn, and that closes out the 4th inning. That's 5 Ks for Hagedorn, and now joining us here in our crew. As you hear ADM head coach Lindsey Stanford, Carlisle head coach Jim Flaws now joining us. Coach, 3 runs there, a huge 4th inning for you. You continue to motivate your ladies, including talking to Thompson and basically speaking that hit into existence.
Well, I'll tell you what, they don't quit. This ADM team's hitting the ball really well. We're starting to hit it pretty well. This is a classic Raccoon River type game.
And then pitching, you've shown 3 pitchers already this game. What's the approach there? Do you think we're going to stick with Stoner through the rest of the game?
Boy, I don't ever know what I'm going to do here. So, but right now we may mix it up again. I think that could help. I don't know. So.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks for everything you guys do.
Coach Jim Flaws there, Carlisle head coach in his 39th year, over 1,200 career victories and all over 1,100 with the Carlisle Wildcats, 22 state appearances. So talk about a veteran and someone who's been here at Fort Dodge over and over again. ADM for the bottom of the 4th. Olivia Wyant looking to get things started. Her last at bat popped it up to the catcher. So she would love nothing more to join the rest of her teammates and getting it going. ADM each inning so far has gotten the first runner, or excuse me, first batter on base. Momentum right now feels like somewhat on Carlisle's side. First pitch misses just a little bit low out of the hands of Stoner, so a 1-0 count. Wyant, the third baseman, has played a good game over there so far.
One ball, no strikes. Pop fly, right field. Underneath it and making the catch, Allie Nolte.
That's just the first time ADM has been unable to get their leadoff hitter on base.
They have been aggressive early in each inning. And it has paid off. 3 runs in the 2nd, 2 more in the 3rd. Leah Johnson, 0 for 1. She's at the plate. There's a grounder to the shortstop, Ramsey. The throw across the diamond in time. 6-3 for out number 2. Carlisle defensively. In the first inning, faced just 3 batters. Batters reached on an air, walked, and then we had the triple play that ended that major threat.
Very unconventional.
So Aniston Tolari, single and an RBI in the 2nd inning. To the first pitch strike.
We're going to have an illegal pitch called.
And so that'll go down as a ball.
All right, getting your sign off the pitching rubber. When you step on, after you step on, you have to take another sign or simulate taking a sign. So your hands are coming together a little too quick.
Okay, thank you.
You good on that? So we have ball 1.
Right?
Yep,
Oh.
wait a second.
Just ball
We
1?
have ball
okay.
1, yep.
Okay. We're
You good with that?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And that's something, Allie, having gone to a lot of high school softball games this summer with a daughter in the game. You see that a lot.
You see it a ton, and you see it at the youth level, you see it at the college level, every level of softball. As a pitcher, You need to step on the rubber, then get your sign. And as our home plate umpire said, you at least have to simulate it.
Yep, and that's what they said, because there's a new rule in high school softball that started this year that signs can be electronically communicated from the coach in the dugout to the catcher and pitcher.
And that's across all levels. In the state of Iowa, in the college game now, several teams are switching to electronic communication. You see it way more at the college level. Reason being, it's expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, plain and simple, most high schools cannot afford those devices.
There's a grounder left side, scooped by Freeman at third, throw across the diamond. It's a 1-2-3 clean inning here in the fourth for Carlisle's defense and for Mally Stoner, the sophomore pitcher. Not rattled at all, and now joining us here in our broadcast as we head to the fifth inning. Lindsay Stanford, coach. A couple big innings offensively here from your Tigers, the second and third, but you guys have been attacking at the start of each inning. What's been the focus and the key?
Just staying loose and making sure that we're hitting good pitches. This is going to be a game of who comes out and hits the ball well, and it's improving that up and down the lineup. We just got to make sure that we're taking those good cuts, and good things are going to continue to happen.
The momentum right now, it keeps shifting back and forth. What do you guys need to do defensively this inning to get the momentum back on your side?
Really just stay in the zone. Lauren's throwing a heck of a game, making sure we're making clean outs, and we'll get back in here. We're top of the lineup. We're ready to go.
Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Lindsay Stanford in her 6th year coaching, 4th year with ADM. And for Coach Lindsay, she spent a year at Pleasant Valley, a year at Winterset. She is the preschool teacher at Adel Elementary. Says we should say hello to all of her students that she had at Adel Elementary. She played high school ball at North Scott, made state. She said we were part of the longest game in state tournament history. She said it was 2 days and 4 hours. We're like, wait, what? She said there was a bunch of rain delays that it took us 2 days to complete a game. State tournament back then, she said, man, it felt like a big deal back then, and it feels like a huge deal right now. They do such a great job putting this tournament on and making sure that each one of these players feels special. She tipped her cap to the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. She played college ball at UNI, was a center fielder, third baseman. She's in UNI's Hall of Fame.
And 2 walks now on the day for Evan Johnson-Mears at the bottom of the lineup. And she tipped her cap to the Girls High School Athletic Union. I think we have to tip our cap. This 4A game is so loud. The crowds for both teams are so invested in this game. I think the 4A crowds we're seeing bigger than the 5A crowds even. So, I mean, this Raccoon River Conference all week has brought a ton of fans to Fort Dodge.
Well, these players on both teams talk about, hey, we've played against these kids for so long. We're all friends. We know each other. But when you have that first pitch and the game starts, Allie, it's a conference rivalry. Those student sections, they're loud. They love this. The student sections know each other too. They're ready to go. They love this environment here at the state tournament. And what better place to face your conference rival than in the state championship game?
It doesn't get better than that, and it really just goes to show how strong.
Oh,
look at that.
Big hit from Nolte. Get out of here, Carlisle. A 2-run shot will take the lead.
And this place is absolutely rocking. Nolte came into this state tournament with a team-leading 5 home runs. She is the one with the potential for the power, and she showed it there.
Nolte, the senior, puts the Wildcats in front in the 5th.
Just a moonshot off the bat. Sometimes from our angle, it's hard to tell, is it going to go over or not? That was a no-doubter.
When the fan in the top row of the stands is turning around to look behind him where the ball lands, that's a rocket. And such a big at bat too. Johnson Mears drawing the walk, makes it a 2-run home run. Addison Eganor to the plate, the senior. This is a senior who's been through some rough times as a high school player. Her sophomore year, she said she had surgery. They removed a bone in her foot. But apparently there was an extra bone in my foot. Had surgery to remove it. Battled back, multi-sport athlete though, plays volleyball, runs track and field. Headed to the University of Iowa. Will study criminology and psychology there. Fouls this one back.
You just have a feeling this is going to be another 1-run game between these two teams.
Eganor just 6 strikeouts on the season. Of all the Wildcats with 70+ at-bats, she is the toughest to strike out. They get a line out there to second base for out number 1. Catch made by Cameron Smith, and now the home run ball. Aaron Gerlich, the executive director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, finds Papa Nolte and delivers that home run ball that has put the Carlisle Wildcats in front 6-5 here in the 5th. Grounder right side, handled by Cameron Smith once again, and makes the throw for the out.
2 quick outs now after that home run. ADM needs nothing more right now. Just get the bat back in their hands, see if they can get some momentum back on their side.
Delaney Thompson, a 1-out single in the 4th inning. She's 1 for 2. Comes to the plate with 2 away. Thompson, a senior, leads the team in RBIs. Oh, here's a hard hit ball. Center field, tracking on it is Talari and makes the catch on the move. Nice defensive play to end the top of the 5th. A 2-run bomb though by Allie Nolte. And Carlisle back in front. ADM now needs to respond.
Zone in at yours. Don't go for something out of there. Just a hack. Stay loose. Stay in control. Let's get the energy back. Let's go. Let's go.
It's not time for bed yet. We got a ball game to play.
You feel the momentum shifting. How about the 5th inning stretch? And Allie, on your recommendation, they say you should stand up for the 5th inning stretch.
Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's
1, 2,
3 strikes, you're out at the whole ball game.
All right, stretch your legs and settle in. A 1-run game. Far from over as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 Raccoon River Conference teams battling for a state title. Allie, this is the 18th consecutive year with at least 1 state finalist out of the Raccoon River Conference, and the 4th title game since 2013, where 2 Raccoon River Conference teams are facing off against each other. And that is off the foot of Cameron Smith, the leadoff batter for the Tigers.
Just
hitter in the box, so it's a foul ball.
Powerhouse conference, absolute powerhouse. All of these teams in Central Iowa in 4A, that Raccoon River Conference, just absolutely loaded with talent.
Called strike, no balls and 2 strikes now. It's a check swing, fouled back into the net.
For Carlisle right now, Mally Stoner has really settled into this game. We didn't know if it was going to be consecutive pitching changes throughout the game, but it's been Stoner's game ever since that 3rd inning. Excuse me, 2nd inning.
Had Abel faced 2 batters, and Logan Brown came in, faced the next 3. And since that 2nd inning, it has been all Stoner. Taking advantage of the opportunity. 1 ball, 2 strike to count. Smith line drive center field, and that's down for a base hit as it falls in front of Evan Johnson Mears. And a leadoff single for ADM on for the 4th time in 5 innings.
Macy Person, Lauren Hagedorn, Kaylee Smith, Maddie James, Ellis Smith. All of our upcoming hitters have a hit this game.
Person, a walk and a hit, so she's 1 for 1 officially. Squares to put down a bunt, pulls it back. And asked if there was an attempt. The appeal down to first, says no swing. It'll stay 1 ball, no strike. And there is a strike. That's an attempt. And so 1-1 now the count on Person.
And Person on that bunt attempt just tried pushing her bat out a little bit too far. You have to think when you're bunting a ball, it's almost like you're catching the ball with your bat. You need to be soft with your hands, not attack.
There's the 1-1.
Same thing there.
And just missing. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Person 11 sacrifices on the season, just 12 hits. She hits .235, but she's known for sacrificing, moving things. So don't be surprised to see another possible attempt here at 1-2. She swings. It's close to a base hit. It is. It's down. Aguilar unable to get to it. Into second safely is Smith. And the first 2 aboard here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And Person says, I don't care what the stats say. I'm going to get myself 2 hits in this championship game. She drives it right back up the middle. Hitting's more fun than a sacrifice bunt anyway.
Look at that smile at first base. She's more. She was smiling a second ago, I swear to it. Now she's back to the game face. She's ready to run some bases. Lauren Hagedorn steps in. 2 aboard. Catches the top of the zone. Hagedorn, fielder's choice, and an RBI triple in her last at-bat.
And once again, looking to help her own cause. Her team needs some runs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Stoner looking for an out here for Carlisle defensively. It won't come there. Hagedorn rips it into left field. Coming around, trying to score. Smith, she's in safe. Tie ball game once again.
And Coach Flaw's coming out. We are going to see another pitching change. Lauren Hagedorn, what a game she has had in the circle. A triple. Now the single advances to second on the throw home.
If we get the out at home, we get the out at home. I'd rather get the out at home. If they load the bases up, or maybe we should. Let's load the bases up here. So then we have a force at home, right? Okay. We'll warm up right now.
So coming back in is the starter, Addison Abel. And they're considering intentionally walking Kaylee Smith to load the bases.
I don't hate that decision right now. Runners on second and third, you're better off with the force outs right now. Get yourself more towards the bottom of this ADM lineup. With that being said, Maddie James, Ellis Smith coming up, also have hits in the game.
Smith, a single, scored a run back in the second, and then a sacrifice fly that scored a run in the third. That's the thing about these two teams being conference opponents. They know each other so well, and they know how each batter has done against their own pitchers too, so that has to come into play.
The scouting reports, I mean, just in general, the game is softball nowadays. The scouting reports are so much more in depth than they used to be. Opposing coaches know everything about hitters, about pitchers. They know, I mean, you'll watch a defense, watch the outfielders throughout the game. They're shifting a little bit left on some hitters. They're going a little bit right on other hitters. You might see them float in and out. It's one of those things, the scouting reports in this game have truly changed the way we play, and we will see the intentional walk there. I like the decision.
Yep.
Get forces at each base, bring your infield in, have your force at 4.
Gives your defense more options. Maddie James has put it on the ground, both her at-bats. A single through the left side of the infield in the second. And grounded out, a grounder up the middle that deflected off of the leg of Stoner. But we'll have a
runner at third.
So runner coming in for Person at third base. Bases loaded, base hit, lined and caught at third by Freeman, and everybody back. Maybe had an opportunity for a double play across the diamond.
Just a rocket off the bat of Maddie James. She couldn't have hit it any harder than that. That was 2 feet away from being a 2 RBI single.
For 28, Elliot Van Roden is the runner at third now, getting the number. Infield fly is called. The batter is out. Less than 2 outs.
Huge turn of events right here. You go from no outs and bases loaded, back-to-back pitches, now 2 outs for Carlisle.
So Ellis Smith pops out, and Olivia Wyant, it now falls on her here to add more runs in this 5th inning. Wyant popped out to the catcher in foul territory and then popped out to the right fielder. There's a grounder. Good timing by Wyant on that pitch from Abel.
ADM just continues to attack early in counts.
Abel, the senior, the starting pitcher, faced 2 batters and then was pulled, and here's a grounder left side. No balls, 2 strikes. Wyant looking for first hit of the state tournament. Down on the count, 0-2. That's popped foul up towards the stands. We'll do it again. Coach Stanford trying to take advantage of this bases loaded opportunity. Bases loaded with nobody out, and now Carlisle 1 strike away from getting out of it. Here's the 0-2. Way far away, on her way towards the plate, out at home. is the runner. Almost getting underneath it was Van Roden.
And a tough hop there. It just didn't ricochet off the glove. Van Roden thought it was really going to hop out, and you'll see the replay here off the glove. It looks like it's going to jump, and Van Roden just caught right out in the middle.
Carlisle has gotten out of some major jams in this game with their defense. Here's another one in the bottom of the 5th. Keeps it tied, 6-6. Almost did get underneath that too, as that tag attempt from Abel stayed way high and didn't get Van Roden until she tagged her on the upper body. Making a tag on a sliding player, you want to get that glove down to the dirt, don't you, Allie?
Just get your glove in front of the base. So you'll see she goes to attack the waist right here. All you need to do, put your glove in front of the base, prevent that runner. As long as the ball is in your glove, you're not going to get called for any sort of obstruction. But you need to stay low and stay close to the base.
Still certainly out by a look at the replay, but it wouldn't have to be that close if that glove goes all the way down. So Carlisle to the plate, and Logan Brown the batter. Brown 2 for 2, fouls that first pitch towards her own dugout. And Kalia Freeman in the on-deck circle.
At the top of the 6th now, we have ourselves a new ball game. I'm ADM right now. Hagedorn has a dominant changeup. I'd love to see her start mixing speeds a little bit. These Carlisle hitters have caught up to her fastball. I'd love to see her start mixing speeds, show something a little bit different.
Logan Brown, a multiple hit game in the semifinals, was 2 for 3 yesterday. 2 for 2 here in the championship game, trying to get the Wildcats a base runner. And looks at one up, 3 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 6th inning. There's a strike, count runs full. Kalia Freeman in the on-deck circle. RBI double in her last at bat. Ramsey due up as well here in the 6th. Time is called by Brown.
And this is a situation here. I know your count is full. I'd love to see her mix speeds.
There's a grounder charging. Hagedorn, the throw to first, down in the dirt. And safe is the call at first, saying she was bobbling it. We may get a discussion here as Coach Stanford out of the dugout. Covering was...
Okay, thank you.
And Coach Stanford keeps that conversation short. From our viewpoint, it did look like she had possession of the ball. With that being said, first base umpire is much closer than we are, so we'll get a replay here.
She picks her glove up. Here will be a good look. She scoop it. The glove goes backwards.
And the ball
sitting on the dirt.
Yeah, ball is sitting on the dirt. And that's something Hagedorn there. As a pitcher, you have to work a little bit faster to get that out at first base. You don't
Gives
have.
your teammate time in case they need to scoop it or secure the ball. It goes down as an E1. And Freeman looks at a strike, 1-1 the count. Oh, an error on the first baseman, they're saying. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes now on Freeman. This is fouled straight back.
Hagedorn here ahead in the count. This would be a big first out. Freeman has had quite the day at the plate with the double in her last plate appearance.
Can she get something sparked here in the 6th? Here's the 1-2. Good eye, no in the zone. Count goes to 2-2.
There's the off speed. That is the pitch she needs to go to. She throws that pitch so well, and it is so effective.
Strikeout number 6 for Hagedorn. And Natalie Ramsey, the batter. 0 for 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. She did push a run in on her ground out in the 4th inning. One away here, top of the 6th. The bunt popped up, fielded. The throw made immediately. Catch made at first by Smith, the second baseman. Excellent job executing on that bunt coverage by ADM's defense. Sacrifice bunt puts runner in scoring position. Brown now at second base. And Harley Brower now the batter. And Brown back in the 4th inning. Brown back in the 4th inning, had a pinch runner come in for her and is not the pitcher of record. So if she would have a pinch runner come in for her again, she would be out the rest of the game, not available at all to Jim Flaws.
Tell you what, that's how much he subs in and out. That's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's done it for so long. He knows exactly what he's doing. I am not doubting him one bit, but that is a lot to keep track of throughout the game.
42 years, over 1,200 victories. 1,262 is his official count. 1,147 of those in Carlisle's favor.
Hagedorn now ahead in the count. 0-2. Was able to get Brower swinging in her last plate appearance.
These two conference rivals. There's a called strike. Hagedorn paints the corner. A strikeout looking 7 Ks now for Hagedorn. And a leadoff base runner turns into no runs. Coach Stanford getting her Tigers ready to go for their at-bat. And
how about this? A t-shirt toss.
This energy is electric. If you want to relive any of this championship excitement, share these memories with your family, friends, and neighbors. Visit iowapbs.org for archives of championship games anytime.
And Aniston Talari got herself a t-shirt and is throwing it into the crowd. I love it.
So ADM will come to the batter's boxes here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-8-9 is coming up. As Carlisle, as you look ahead to the 7th inning, 9-1-2 for them will be due up. So we are guaranteed to likely see both teams top of the orders before this is over with. But ADM an opportunity to get to it here in the bottom of the 6th. Tied at 6. Conference rivals meeting for the 4th time at the state tournament. In 1994, that 2A championship game that Carlisle had won, the 30th anniversary of Carlisle versus ADM.
Wow.
Carlisle got that win 5-0. ADM was victorious in 2008 in a consolation bracket in 3A play. And a season ago, the 4A consolation, Carlisle with a win 7-5. An ADM victory would knot them up at 2 wins apiece at the state tournament. And 2 titles, or 1 title for each.
This game truly feels about as evenly matched as it can get for a state title game. I mean, we're 6-6, bottom of the 6th inning. Both of these teams have had the momentum on their side. Right now, it just feels like a dogfight.
And both have made great defensive plays over the course of this game as well. 15 hits combined for both teams. ADM, who's at the plate, 9 of those 15 hits for them. That is fouled straight back.
Abel there going off the plate, outside. Really good job by Wyant, able to get her bat out to it.
Olivia Wyant, the senior 3rd baseman for ADM. One of 5 seniors for the Tigers. Here's a high fly ball, tailing foul, giving chase and running out of real estate is Harley Brower out in left field. Carlisle, we talked about them, 8 seniors in their starting lineup, 9 on the roster that have all played together for a long time. Many of these kids have played against each other for many, many years as well. Here's the 1-2 to Wyant. Fouls another one away. And we will do it again. 1-2. How about this at bat by Wyant? Here's a look at some Carlisle seniors.
Love it.
Playing together over the years, over the last 10+ years. There's a strikeout for Abel, the senior. Start of the game, comes back in, starts the 6th with a punch out.
Abel, I mean, she on that pitch painted the outside corner. Wyant fought, but in the end it was able to get the strikeout.
Aaliyah Johnson now the batter for ADM. 0 for 2, this has popped up, it's going to get into the netting as Doherty gives chase. Johnson 2 RBIs last season. This is a senior, 1st-year starter. Muscles this one as it is caught by Ramsey. 2 away here in the 6th inning.
Addison Abel, since she's came back in this game, she has shut it down for Carlisle.
The only base runner she allowed was that intentional walk right when she entered the game. Otherwise, the last 4 batters have all been retired.
Both lineups are right now in the exact same spot.
Aniston Tillari the batter. First pitch low. 1 for 2. RBI single in the 2nd inning. Grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. 2 balls, no strikes.
Carlisle outfield putting on a shift. Center fielder just rotated over towards left center.
Swing and a miss for strike one. 2-1 the count.
Evan Johnson-Mears has been all over the place, left and right. She knows exactly where these hitters have gone and their at-bats throughout the season.
Tulare with a base hit in every game of the state tournament. Swings through strike two. She's looking for her second hit of this championship game. There's the pitch, called strike. Right at the belt. 2 strikeouts for Addison Abel in the 6th inning. And we are all knotted up, 6-6. We head to the 7th inning. Let's take a look at how we got to this 6-6 tie. As we begin with Carlisle.
This game has been so back and forth. Early in this game, it was Carlisle first, but then ADM with the big 3-run inning to bounce back. From there, it's felt like both teams have settled in just a little bit. The runs have been a bit more sparse.
There's ADM putting together an inning. This is the RBI triple by Hagedorn.
A sac fly there. That was what could have been a close play.
Carlisle able to answer back. 2 RBI double by Freeman. 5th inning. Give me the long ball, Allie. Allie
What a
Nolte.
shot. What a shot for Nolte.
ADM finds an answer though. RBI single by Hagedorn once again. Whew, catch your breath. Here we go. 7th inning. We ready? Tie game. 9-1-2 for Carlisle.
It's been like a tennis match. It's just back and forth this entire game.
Evan Johnson-Mears, the senior, hitting 250 plus on the year. Leads things off, puts a bunt down, fielded, and not fielded cleanly by Wyant, the senior. And Carlisle has their leadoff batter aboard.
You just have a feeling here that Carlisle's gonna stick with what they know best, small ball. A tied 7th inning game. I would not be surprised if we see the same thing here.
Nolte, a 2-run homer, her last at bat. Will she put a bat down? The steal attempt in there safely. Johnson-Mears, another stolen base. She has 22 now on the season. Excuse me, 23. She had one earlier in this game as well.
And something of note, so when Carlisle's in a straight steal, if the runner is on first base, the hitter's gonna come up left-handed. If the runner's on second base stealing third, the runner's gonna come up right-handed. And then they're gonna flip back to their natural position. They have no intention in that pitch to take a swing, actually lay a bunt down. They put their hitter on the side that's gonna disrupt the catcher the most. So in that pitch, Nolte actually went left-handed, now she's gonna flip back. We noticed it earlier in the game with Freeman. She stood in right-handed on the first pitch for a steal. After that, she went left-handed and drove one to right center. So just a little bit of strategy there, kind of old school in the way to play it. Not something that we see commonly in today's game, but it's the way Carlisle plays.
And the pitch was a ball, so 1-0. And there's a called strike on Nolte. And 1 run might do it, Allie. You take it any way you can get it. Nolte on the season does have 4 sacrifices, puts one down here, successfully advances Johnson Mears over to third.
And right now, that stolen base is huge. Instead of 2 outs, runner on third, you have 1 out with a runner on third. The playbook is completely open here for Coach Jim Flaws. Eganor up to bat, 2 strikeouts on the day and a pop out to the second baseman. Your corners are going to be playing in, expecting some sort of squeeze play here.
Eganor second on the team in sacrifices this season. Looks at ball 1. Eganor a sac bunt in the semifinals. So the Wildcats try the squeeze play here with 1 away in the top of the 7th. Here's the 1-0. Getting a healthy lead at third was Johnson Mears there.
I think Eganor actually missed a sign.
What'd you do? No, we had a perfect strike. We could have squeezed right there. Come on, get your ass in the game here. Sorry about that. It was not uncalled for. Yeah. It's just a game. You want to take again?
I can squeeze.
Huh? Let's squeeze this pitch. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
That was supposed to be a squeeze, is what we got out of that.
Yep. And it sounds like we'll try it on this pitch right here. Opportunity for redemption here for the senior, Eganor. 2 balls, no strikes. The bunt is down. The flip home. The tag. It was dropped. The ball was dropped. Safe at home. Carlisle takes the lead.
And they're going to have a conversation. No.
To see if it was like maybe on the transfer after the tag, but it looks like
and I think the
contact with the runner brought the ball out. Is that what you see?
I think the call on the field is correct. With that being said, I mean, the runner needs to slide there. So there could be more conversations to be had. The runner on a play like that, the runner needs to be sliding. And a perfect flip into home. Just unable to hold on to it as Winter behind the plate.
And now a pinch runner has come in, Olivia Freeman. We saw her speed as a courtesy runner earlier. She will come in and be at first base. And will run for Eganor here in the top of the 7th. The possible go-ahead, the insurance run, rather, for Carlisle stands at first. Watch for the steal attempt, called strike. I'm surprised Freeman wasn't moving on that first pitch.
It's interesting here. Carlisle's played almost this whole game out of their comfort zone, been swinging away, and now just in the 7th inning, they go back to what they know best in playing small ball.
And that gets away from Winter, the catcher, heading to third. And safe at third is Freeman. Goes from first to third on a wild pitch. I think we'll get credit for a stolen base and get to third on that wild pitch.
And that pitch actually hit off our home plate umpire's shoulder and ricocheted off.
Tom Berger, home plate umpire here in this 4A championship game, one of the best in the state of Iowa. So 1-run lead for Carlisle here, top of the 7th.
If you're ADM right now, you know it's coming. Play solid defense. You know you're coming home. Winter behind the plate, get that ball, two-hand tag. Regardless of where the ball is tossed, two-hand tag every single time.
Doherty, the batter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Down in the dirt, 2-2. This is slapped foul. And we'll do it again. Well, for Carlisle, we saw the photo of all of those seniors. Amber Doherty, she'll play softball at Iowa Western. She was one that was actually at Norwalk until 7th grade and joined this Carlisle crew. But talking to a group of them, you wouldn't know. You would think they've all been best friends forever.
That's still 5 years with them. That's plenty of time.
For Carlisle, their coaching staff, assistant Kennedy Preston was on the 2019 state title team. Taylor Best on the 2010 title team as an 8th grader. The 30th anniversary of Carlisle's first ever state softball title. What a catch! Oh, and the play at third. Freeman's out at third. What a snag from Hagedorn.
That right there, for ADM, you hope it's enough to be a momentum changer. What a play to get the out at third.
Courtesy? Well, that's the only one we've used, and now she's a pinch runner. So.
And so
28, yeah, she has.
Chloe Rowling is in.
9. So for who, catcher?
And no, Chloe Rowling will not be the runner. Looks like Anaya
32,
Oates,
32 for the catcher.
32, will come in. So Oates is at first, 2 outs now. Delaney Thompson, 1 for 3. She stands in that third base batter's box. Oates on the season, 13 stolen bases. Thompson takes. Out at second. Oates is caught stealing. How about the defensive plays to end the top of the 7th by ADM?
Phenomenal defensive plays, just absolutely insane. Carlisle's been stealing all game. In Winter on that throw, executes it perfectly.
Ellis Smith, how about the catch and tag while flying in to Oates?
ADM, top of their order coming up, bottom of the 7th. This is their time.
Just a sophomore there at shortstop. Coach Flaw's another look at the lineup card, but ADM, bottom of the 7th, needs 1 run to force an 8th inning, 2 runs to win it all.
Get it started, buddy. Hey, we're putting them all together, okay? Let's go. Extra loud, extra loud.
Coach Stanford looking to deliver the ADM Tigers their first ever state championship in softball in school history. And it relies on the top of the order right now. Cameron Smith, Macy Person, Lauren Hagedorn, your top 3 batters here in the 7th. Smith 1 for 2. A single to center her last at bat. here in the 5th inning. This will be just her second time facing Carlisle's Addison Abel. First pitch swinging. They've been aggressive all game, and Allie, that's helped them really get great starts to these innings.
Yeah, I mean, they've really had that leadoff runner on over and over again, but Addison Abel right now, she is locked in. Yeah. Carlisle has gone through the pitching rotation early in this game, but it's been Abel who's locked in and kept these ADM base runners off the base paths.
And now facing the top of the order, though, but gets ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes on Smith. Smith, the senior, will take her academic career to Iowa State next year. Here's the 0-2 way outside. A game that started an hour later than it was scheduled to begin. That one is up and outside. Excellent pitch from Abel.
Abel painted that corner, mixes in the off speed, and that's exactly where you want it. You're a 1-2 count. You want to be 1 to 2 balls off the plate. Try and get your hitter to chase. Cameron Smith, nice job holding off of it.
Straight back into some of our equipment there. You're all right?
I'm good. That's
all right.
Our light.
Just the camera light. I do love the new netting that they put in a couple years back, 2 or 3 years ago here at Fort Dodge, but the foul balls, they do penetrate that netting just a little bit. Swing and a miss. Abel gets another strikeout, her 3rd of the game.
Addison Abel is locked in for Carlisle right now.
So Macy Person now steps in. 2 for 2 in this championship game. Hit over the shortstop and over the second baseman.
Between Person and Hagedorn, they're looking for a big hit right now.
There is a big hit. Quickly gets to first base as the throw from right field comes to first. But Macy Person, 3 for 3 in this championship game, adds another hit to her night.
Macy Person, just a consistent force in that number 2 spot for ADM.
And we'll have a pinch runner here. Person, no stolen bases on the season.
And truly the biggest game of her season so far.
So 24, Peyton Herrick comes into the game. Pinch runner in the 7th. To the plate comes Lauren Hagedorn. You want to talk about having a good night? Lauren Hagedorn has been having a good night. RBI triple in the 3rd. RBI single in the 5th. Swinging at that first pitch, fouls it straight back.
Hagedorn a triple today, a single today, a home run yesterday. Locked in during this state tournament. Right now she's the winning run.
High and outside. 1-1 to count. Hagedorn was really happy about how she's gotten her bat going this year. From the circle, she's like, I like controlling the game. I like having it in my hands. A kid that's really matured a lot. But offensively, she's really gotten it going. Now 1-2 is the count. An excellent pitch there from Abel.
Abel's consistently been staying on the outside corner against Hagedorn. They're going inside. That's really the first time we've seen her paint an inside corner in the last 2 innings.
There's the 1-2 to Hagedorn. Hard chopper, that's a foul ball fielded by Freeman, the third baseman, in foul territory.
Very close. Freeman at that played well. Most likely would have gotten the out at first.
Herrick stands at first base. A one-out single from Macy Person has the tying run on the base paths for ADM. Here's the 1-2, hit up the middle. It's a base hit. 2 runners are aboard now for ADM. The potential tying is at second. The potential go-ahead now at first. Hagedorn, her third hit of the game. Fielder's choice in the first and then 3 base hits. She's 3 for 4.
ADM right now going opposite approach. Carlisle, their 7th inning, they went bunt, bunt, bunt entire inning. And Coach Flaw is going to come out and have a conversation with his defense.
Lauren Troster out to courtesy run for Hagedorn once again, and a visit from Jim Flaws. As he meets Coach Stanford will talk as well, and he wants to talk to the entire defense. Let's listen in.
Good luck to you. How do you feel with your rise ball? Yeah, you gotta be honest with me. Okay. We need outfield. You need to come home with it. Okay. Let's try and get a force out. If it comes right, touch third. If it comes right, if it makes you go get the outfield. If it's this way, you gotta go home. If it's this way, I would say she's a fast runner. Go home with it. Yep. Team 1, 2, 3.
Well, Allie, the last championship game to have a walk-off in 4A 2016. Oskaloosa defeated Carlisle, the
8
Wildcats.
years since a walk-off. Wow, in 4A, wow.
Championship game. ADM an opportunity to do so. Kaylee Smith, the batter. First pitch swinging left field. Catch is made by Brower. What a catch by Harley Brower, the senior. And now there's 2 outs.
I don't know if we can put into perspective just how close that was to getting over Brower's glove. What a catch in the outfield.
So Maddie James now the batter for ADM. James is 1 for 3. First pitch called strike.
The crowd is on their feet. Big swing, big swing from Maddie James. All she needs here is a single. Don't try and go home run on that pitch. Get your bat to the ball. Let your pitcher supply the power and see if you can find a gap.
ADM is looking for their first state championship in softball in school history. Carlisle looking for their first since 2019. That pitch is off the plate. Their very first one. Carlisle won it in 1994, 30 years ago exactly. The Freeman sisters' mom, Michelle, was a part of that 94 title team. Here's the 1-2. Swing and miss, strike 3. Abel strikes out 2 in the 7th, and Carlisle is your 2024 state champs.
That right there was one of the most intense softball games I've seen at the state tournament in a very long time.
In all 3 games that these teams have played this season, The final score has had a difference of just 1 run. And Carlisle wins the rubber match for the 4A state championship. 6th title in program history. Coach Jim Flaws has been a part of them all. And you see the sportsmanship, the mutual respect for these two conference rivals. And Carlisle heads out to the center field fence and salutes their fans. The pink t-shirts come out, state champs this year. All the winners will get a tiara as well. And let's turn it over to Tim Fitzpatrick for our post-game
presenting the Class 4A
festivities.
All-Tournament team medals is Aaron Gerlich, the Executive Director of the IGHSAU, and Jason Esslinger, the softball administrator. Here is your Class 4A All-Tournament team for 2024. From ADM, Aniston Talari. From Carlisle, Kalia Freeman. From North Polk, Ava Husak. From North Scott, Sydney Skerich. From North Scott, Aliana Nelson. From Carlisle, Logan Brown. From ADM, Cameron Smith. From Carlisle, Evan Johnson Mears. From ADM, Ellis Smith. From Carlisle, Allie Nolte. And your 2024 Class 4A All-Tournament team captain. From ADM, Lauren Hagedorn.
There's a look at the Class 4A All-Tournament team. Lauren Hagedorn for ADM named the captain of the All-Tournament team as Carlisle gets the state title. She was quite a bulldog in the circle and just had a monster game at the plate tonight. And I tell you what, all week long, those kids left it out there on the field.
This 4A class was a fun one to watch. Just competitive ball games from the quarterfinals to the semifinals. And this championship game tonight lived up to the hype. Congratulations to Carlisle on a phenomenal game.
Now for the trophy presentation. In addition to receiving medallions, Every participating player will receive a commemorative volleyball or softball provided by Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Girls Athletic Union. Presenting the awards are representative members of the IGHSAU Board of Directors. Congratulations to the runners-up in Class 4A, head coach Lindsay Stanford and the ADM Tigers on an outstanding 2024 softball season. And their ticket was punched to get here. Tonight they redeem their ticket as your 2024 Class 4A state champions, head coach Jim Flaws and the Wildcats from Carlisle.
Five years after that 2019 state title, Carlisle back on top of the Class 4A mountain. And Allie, this was a fun one. We knew the conference rivalry game was going to be good as these teams all knew each other. And man, did it live up to it. ADM a 5-1 lead, only to see Carlisle come storming back. 3 runs in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 more in the 7th to take the lead and hold on for the win, 7-6.
And it was Carlisle in the 7th inning going back to what they do best, playing small ball to get that 7th run that happened to be the dagger. This game, the momentum was back and forth the entire time. You knew it was going to be a 1-run ball game. It has been all season with these teams. It was just a matter this time around who was going to come out top, and Carlisle, great game for the Wildcats.
Carlisle, the 7 seed at the state tournament 4A bracket, your champions at the end of it all. In the 5A field, Pleasant Valley was your champs. Keep this energy, try and get some sleep, because we'll get 3 games going tomorrow here on Iowa PBS. Williamsburg, Davenport, Assumption. Get it started with the 3A field. Van Meter and Audubon, Martinsdale, St. Mary's, and Sigourney in that 1A game at the end of the day. Carlisle, your 2024 4A state champions, 7-6 the final score.
Funding provided by
Musco Lighting is honored to support Iowa PBS. We're an Iowa company that lights local schools, community fields, and stadiums, arenas, and venues in more than 125 countries. While our reach is global, our commitment is local.
The Pella Roll Screen Foundation is a proud supporter of Iowa PBS. Pella Windows and Doors strives to better our communities and build a better tomorrow.
And by Fareway Meat and Grocery. For more than 80 years, Fareway has been proud to be an active part of the communities we serve. Learn more at fareway.com.
With our Iowa roots and Midwestern values, Farmers Mutual Hail is committed to offering innovative farm insurance for America's farmers, just as we have for 6 generations. Farmers Mutual Hail, America's crop insurance company.